Are you an aspiring creative in entertainment, business, fashion, design, or the arts? Do you want to elevate your creative passion project to the next level? Then this show is for you. Whether you want a career in television, film, radio, literature, music, or beyond, Creative Breakthrough will show you how to take your dreams and turn them into reality. This show will not only leave you feeling motivated and inspired, but also provide you real-life tools to pursue the creative journey you have always wanted. I'm your host, creative coach, and chicken wing lover, Shereen Kassab, aka the Funny Brown Girl. Yes, I have an unhealthy obsession with chicken wings. Now, get ready to flex your creative muscle. Welcome back to episode 3 of Creative Breakthrough. Today I want to talk to you about something that hinders my performance, and I've seen it hinder other people's performance as well. And it's doubting ourselves, doubting that we're good enough to accomplish our goals, doubting ourselves that we can make our dreams a reality. I want to give you a personal example. When I first started acting, I could not get the hang of it. I could not understand what it took to be a good actress or an actor. Week after week, I would go to class, and every week, all the students would show their audition tapes, and they would get positive feedback. But my feedback was always, be more expressive, smile more, get out of your shell, feel the character, make better choices, and the list went on and on and on. I used to dread going to class. I was anxious about the feedback and the feeling like I was failing. No matter how much effort and time I was putting into it, I wasn't getting the success that I was hoping out of it. Usually I can fake it till I make it, but in acting, I just couldn't do it. I started doubting myself. I kept going to class. I even signed up for the next level of classes, and the next level of classes, I hired a tutor. I tried a different class. I read books. I watched YouTube videos. I even started my own YouTube channel where I was posting skits. Nothing was helping. I started going to auditions in 2015 for films and commercial. I have totally lost track of how many auditions I've gone to. I was counting at one point, and then I was like, wow, this is getting ridiculous. Because I was just going to these auditions and I wasn't getting a callback. And a callback means they thought you were great, so they want to see you again before they give you the final part. That means you're actually doing something that's almost correct. You got the callback, so they like something about you. I wasn't even getting those. In 2018, I've been on well over 20 auditions. So for 3 years, I was pushing, I was grinding, I was learning, I kept asking questions, kept trying. And finally, this year in 2018, I landed my first major role in a short film and a commercial for the Florida Lotto. So what I'm trying to say is, had I given up, I would not have ever figured it out. But I kept doing it because it was my passion. It was something I wanted to do. It was something that was burned inside of me, a desire deep down in me that said, you are going to do this because you enjoy doing it. There is a part of you, besides failing and besides the dread and the anxiety, that enjoys acting. So you're going to keep doing this. And I'm so glad that I did do it. I'm so glad that I didn't give up on acting, because now I have a newfound sense of confidence. What I want to say is that if you want to do something, you have to keep trying. You have to keep putting energy into it. You have to keep working towards your passion. Don't let doubt get in your way. And don't only let doubt from yourself get in your way, but don't let other people's doubt get in your way. We live in a time when it is so easy to compare ourselves to others via social media. I've been guilty of this. I've been scrolling through Instagram and I've seen people who are like flat abs and great butt. And I'm just like, I want that. But you know what? I can't compare myself to them because it's so easy to think that I'm not enough when I see other people looking like that. But I am. If I would go to the gym, if I would try to eat healthy, if I would stop eating chicken wings, I could have that too. It's so easy to think that other people are winning, and we assume that their wins are easy and didn't require work. What we don't know is the whole story. We don't know what's happening behind those pictures that they're putting up on Instagram. I have a friend who took an acting class this year in 2018. First time, took an acting class, signed with an agent immediately, and on his third audition got casted for a commercial. All sorts of emotions took over me. I could not believe how easy it was for him. I started questioning myself. What was I doing wrong? How come I couldn't get a commercial? Was it time to finally just quit? But I also began to put things in perspective. I realized that he's been taking improv classes for years. He's comfortable with himself. He stepped out of his shell. I started watching him in commercials when we were at auditions together. He didn't take himself seriously. He wasn't stressed like I was. He wasn't nervous. He was carefree. He went in and had fun. He was himself. And I was still struggling to be myself. So until I overcame the fear of being judged, I was not going to make it. So I started focusing my auditions on being myself, being weird, being open, being genuine. Because I realized I am enough. I am enough to land a commercial. What I bring to the table is enough. But I have to bring the real me, not the me I think people want to see. Recently, I was at a comedy show, performing at a comedy show, and afterwards, this man, he must have been in his late 40s, came up to me and he said, "I've always wanted to be a comedian. Kudos to you for living your dream." And I immediately said, "Oh my God, you should totally do it then." And he replied, "No way, I'm too old." Okay, first of all, nobody is too old to do anything, especially not comedy. I mean, Bill Burr, Joe Rogan, I think they're in their 50s if you Google it. I mean, I didn't check the stat before I said it out loud. But I've heard this excuse so many times. Or even, "What would my kids say?" Or, "Oh, no, I could not. I don't have time. Where would I find time to do this?" Okay, these are all excuses we tell ourselves. We tell ourselves excuses because we're afraid to fail. And I've been guilty of this too. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I am saying that failure is okay. Failure is how we improve ourselves. It's how we become the best version of ourselves. So what I want you to remember is don't sit on your passions. You are enough to pursue them right now. I never thought that I could act. I never even dreamed that I could be an actress. I mean, I'm kind of upset that nobody even put that seed into my mind because I think I'm a pretty good liar. I mean, I have a great poker face. When it's time to ham it up, I can ham it up. I mean, same thing with being funny. Nobody ever said, "Shereen, you're funny. You should be a stand-up comedian." Instead, they were always like, "You're so sarcastic. You're so witty. That's the worst form of humor." But you know what? That works for me. And if you had just told me earlier, I wouldn't have been in my mid-20s figuring all this stuff out. But anyways, again, back on topic. I knew I wanted to try acting. I knew I wanted to try comedy. I could have made so many excuses. I could have said, "There's no way my parents would ever allow me to do this. There's no way I would ever make it to class on time. Traffic on the highway is horrible. I don't have the right look. I hate my voice, so others must hate it too." And the list goes on. But you know what? I didn't. I showed up because I knew I was enough to at least try. Through the course of my journey, I've had many people make me doubt myself. Let me say that again. I've had many people try to make me doubt myself. I've had people slide into my Instagram. I've had people write straight up on Facebook in the comments section. I've had people write me anonymous emails. I've had people text in while I'm on the radio saying, "Nobody wants to hire a Muslim girl." I mean, and the list goes on. But why do we allow others to tell us that we're not enough? No one knows us better than we know ourselves. And we've made it this far. What is stopping us from going further? Are we going to lay on our deathbed and say, "I never pursued painting," or "I never pursued singing," because some random person that I didn't know commented on my social media and said that I didn't have what it takes? Are we for real? Are we really going to do that? A lot of times, the same people who are telling you you're not enough are struggling with their own doubts and fears and projecting those doubts and fears on you. I found, and this like cracks me up, but I have found that a lot of people in this world are not happy. And they don't like seeing other people happy. And they will try to bring you down to their level. They will try to bring you down to their depressed state. And you've got to ignore them. You've got to ignore their misery and their negativity. You've actually got to use their negativity to fuel yourself to pursue your passion. I mean, this really works for me. I can tell you, I've got haters lined up. I could name at least 100 haters right now. Okay, maybe not that many, but at least 10. And I will say that their hate, their negativity towards me, their desire to keep me down actually fuels me to keep working harder and harder and harder. Because at one day, this is really what's going to happen. I'm going to do a sold out show at Madison Square Garden, and I'm going to email them all. And I'm going to tell them, "I'm doing a show at Madison Square Garden. I would love for you to be there." And I'm going to invite them, and I'm going to let them watch where I went with my life while they were so busy hating on me instead of working with me. Okay, I'm so off topic here, so let's get back on topic. I learned a long time ago, if you don't want to see me succeed, I don't need you in my life. Surround yourself with people who want to see you win. But the first person that needs to believe you're a winner is you. You have to believe you have what it takes. And guess what? You do. There's nothing holding you back. You have what it takes to go out there and pursue your passion and live your purpose. It's only when you accept who you are and what you bring to the table is when you will truly succeed. I have a problem with Instagram memes. Like, I love Instagram memes. Like, my entire gallery on my phone is screenshots of Instagram memes. And I love them because for some reason, like, somebody can always find a way to say what I want to say, but like in 5 or 6 words, that's like to the point, that gets like 200 likes, because that's what we're all after, right? Likes. And really just is like hits home. And so I saw this meme the other day, which I love. And it said, "You not believing in yourself is a tragedy. Stop that. You not believing in yourself is a tragedy. Stop that." And it's so true. You have to believe in yourself. Another meme that I saw on Instagram, and I did not validate the facts on this one, so it could totally be made up, but it's interesting food for thought. Okay. If Howard Schultz gave up after being turned down by the banks 242 times, there would be no Starbucks. I mean, this could be a positive or a con, depending on how much money you spend at Starbucks. But if J.K. Rowling gave up after being turned down by multiple publishers, there would be no Harry Potter. If Walt Disney gave up after his theme park concept was trashed 302 times, there would be no Disneyland. So what I'm saying is, don't give up on your passion because you don't think you have what it takes. Howard Schultz didn't give up, J.K. Rowling didn't give up, and Walt Disney didn't give up. Guess what? You're not giving up. Do you want to be a writer, an actress, a chef, a film director? What's holding you back? With technology today, if you have a smartphone, you can do more than any of these things. You have enough in your hands to produce a web series, write a blog or a TV script, be an actor or a chef on your own YouTube channel. The possibilities are endless. In episode 2, we spoke to Tina Mabry, who hustled for 14 years in LA before she got her big break. Never did she doubt herself or question her worth. Instead, she kept moving forward, working on her craft and putting her name out there. And one day, Ava from Queen Sugar called her and her life changed. You're all enough to succeed. We all are. So go out there and conquer your fears. Go audition for a short film. Go sign up for an open mic. Share your poetry with the world. Write the book you've been talking about for years. Go take a dance class at your local YMCA. Sign up for a free workshop. I don't know about y'all, but at my library, at our local library, they have tons of free workshops on how to write a book, how to write a memoir, how to write a TV script. They even have a creative section of the library, and it teaches you about graphic design and virtual reality and photography and sound editing equipment. So check out the free resources that are available to you. Go to meetups, meetups.com. There's meetups on writing, film, photography, graphic design. I actually go to a meetup on podcasting. In the show notes, I'm going to link to as many free resources as I can so that you guys can get started right now. And if I'm missing any, please let me know. And when you do go after your creative journey, and I hope you do, I want to know. So drop me a line on Instagram at funnybrown or send me an email, info@funnybrown I want to be part of your journey to success. Now, go flex your creative muscle and keep winning. Hey, before you hit pause, did you find this episode helpful and enjoyable? If so, could you leave an Apple Podcast, aka iTunes review? It'll take you less than 1 minute and mean the world to me. The more ratings and reviews the show gets, the more people are able to find this podcast. If you're unsure how to leave a review, no worries. If you're on your iPhone or iPad, go to the homepage of this show and scroll down to Write a Review. Click on it and you'll be able to rate and review the show. If you're on a Mac, from iTunes, go to the show homepage and on the top, click Ratings and Reviews. Also, please subscribe to get the latest episodes once they drop. If you enjoyed the episode and know someone who would love it, please share. From your iPhone, click on the icon with 3 dots and then share via social media, email, or text. If you want to hear more, head over to funnybrownGirl.com/podcast. You can also find me online. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Funny Brown Girl. Also, sign up for my free newsletter for more tips to advance your creative journey at funnybrownGirl.com/subscribe. And again, if you enjoyed the show, do me a favor and subscribe, rate, and review on Apple Podcasts. Now, go flex your creative muscle and keep winning. Thank you for listening. See you next week.